Oh, okay, yeah, you just submit it. Submit anything that I haven't graded and I'll adjust in the book. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I only wanted you to do 1 through 22, and I think I did 2 of them for you that were a little goofy. Well, I always remember you got to figure out what the C value was. I think I did 11 and 12. So is there any problems, 1 through 22, that you'd like to see? Yeah? 20. 20. All right, number 20. We have the absolute value of 2k plus 6 is equal to the absolute value of k. Right? So absolute value, you're going to create 2 problems. So your first problem will be 2k plus 6 equals k, leaving all the signs the same. Second problem will be 2k plus 6 equals negative k. I only have to change one of the sides, all the signs. So this is the simpler side, so I'll just change that sign. So if we go ahead and solve it, we want to get k by itself. So I'm going to subtract 2k here. Those cancel, I get 6 equals negative k, so k is equal to negative 6. Yeah. We'll have to see if that works, but so far we're good. Subtract 2k here. Those cancel, so I get 6 is equal to negative 3k. Divide each side by negative 3. So k is equal to, I believe, negative 2. So those are the 2 answers, but let's see if they work. So if I take negative 6, plug it in, I get 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. Negative 12 added to 6 is negative 6. The absolute value of negative 6 is 6. And then if I plug the negative 6 in here, I'd get the absolute value of negative 6, which is 6. So 6 equals 6. So this answer works. If I plug negative 2 in, same idea. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Negative 4 plus 6 is positive 2. Absolute value of positive 2 is 2. If I take negative 2 and plug it in here, I get absolute value of negative 2. So 2 equals 2. Both answers work. Other questions from there? Yeah?
I know there's no problem. 26.
We didn't have to do it. Only up to 22. Yeah. 10. Yeah, if I didn't sign, there's no reason to go over. You're going to see it on test. So is that 3 over 2b plus 6 plus 1 half b equals 15 plus 2b. So we're getting on to the trend of I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 different terms. Let's get rid of the fraction. So if I multiply everything by 2 over 1 or just 2, hey! Good to see you, man.
All right, he's here.
Seen a few? Yeah. Yeah, baby. All right, so if I multiply all the terms by 2 over 1 or just 2, which is the same thing, I can clear my denominator. So these are going to cancel. That's going to give me 3b plus 12. That's going to cancel. That gives me 1b, or just b, equals 30 plus 4b. Combine like terms. This and this are like terms, so I'm going to get 4b over here plus 12. Over here I have 30 plus 4b. And let's move a b over, so I'll subtract 4b from both sides. And lo and behold, I found the secret to math that 12 is equal to 30. Now, that's nonsense, so you know it's got to be no solution. No solution. Yeah? 17. 3 over 2, parentheses, d plus 12 equals 1 half 2d minus 6. Okay, as it sits right now, we have 2 terms. This whole side is a term, and this whole side is a term. I don't think it's wise to go distribute the fraction over yet. If I distribute the fraction over, that'll create 4 terms versus 2 terms, so you're making twice as much work. I think it would be good to get rid of the denominators. So if I take this whole term and multiply this by 2 over 1, and this whole term and multiply this by 2 over 1, I'm doing the same thing to both terms, and that's going to eliminate the denominator. So 2 over 1 and 2 over 1 Those cancel, that becomes 3, and then d plus 12. And that cancels, equals 1 times 2d minus 6. Distribute over the parentheses here. Distribute over the parentheses here. So you get to that point. Does that seem comfortable so far? Looks like I can solve for d, so I'll subtract the 2d, bring it over, which will just allow us to have d on one side, which is nice. So those cancel. That gives me d, or 1d. And then subtract 36. So d is equal to negative 42. Any other questions from that 1 through 22? Yeah.
A question about the test. Will we be able to use calculators?
Yeah, you have to supply your own calculator. You cannot use your cell phone as your calculator. Word. Yo. 14. The sum of the measures is 360 degrees. So my measures of this shape, I have a 5b, I have a 4b, I have a 5b, and I have a 4b. And they tell you that if you were to add up the interior angles, the sum of the angle measures is 360 degrees. Okay? So that's of that, it's not a rectangle, it looks like a parallelogram, which means the opposite vertices are equal. So the opposite corners are equal, and the opposite sides, top and bottom, are equal, but it's side and side. These are all like terms. So 5b and 5b is 10b, 4b and 4b is 8b. If I add those together, I wind up with 18b. 20, is that what it comes out? Sweet. So b is equal to 20. It says find the value of the variable, and then find the angle measure. So the variable is equal to 20. So the sides that are 5b and 5b, that would be 5 times 20. So that would be 100. So this would have an angle of 100 degrees. This would be 100 degrees. If I take 20 and plug it into the 4b, you get 4 times 20, which is 80 and 80. So 100 plus 100 is 200, plus another 160 is 360, so it works out. 16. Number 16 is going to be very similar to what we had worked on before. So let's just see if we get the terminology right. As of right now, I only have 2 terms. If I distribute over the parentheses, I create 4 terms. So let's keep it at 2 terms. Let's get rid of the fraction, so I have to multiply both terms, this whole term, and this whole term by what to get rid of the fraction? 2 over 1. Good. So those cancel. That gives me 1 parentheses 6x plus 4. This gives me 10 and 2x minus 8. Is that okay so far? Distribute over the parentheses here, so that just gives me 6x plus 4. Distribute over the parentheses here, that gives me 20x minus 80. Did I do that math right? Let's move 6x over. So those cancel, so I get 4 is equal to 14x minus 80. Add 80 to both sides. So over here I have 14x equals 84. Divide by 14. X is equal to 7 goes into both. It's 14. 6 times, yeah. Anything else from that? Well, once, twice, sold. All right, make sure your name is on that. And anything else you're submitting, go ahead and pass it forward, please. So today, I am going to give you the take-home test. So let me ask you this. Is the take-home test just something that is a review, you just blow it off, you do it if you feel you want to? No? Is it worth points?
Yes.
Yeah, it's worth 25% of your test grade. So do well on it, and you will be gaining some points towards your test. There'll be two different categories. In the grade book, it'll say take-home test or in-class test. The in-class test will be tomorrow. So here's the deal with the take-home test. You are allowed to work with each other. You're allowed to ask anybody except for me. I might be able to give you a guiding answer, but I'm not going to sit with you and work through it. So if you're stuck, you have a lot of time. You have a lot of time right now to get a good start on it, to talk with people who, like, you might know how to do number one, but somebody on the other side might not know how to do number one. So organize it, figure it out, let each other explain. You can use calculators on this. This will be submitted tomorrow. So bring it back to class. I will give it to you tomorrow. Or I will collect it from you tomorrow and then give you the in-class version of the test. I will also tell you that we're going to, once we are done with the test, probably Monday next week, I will hand the test back to you so you can take a look at it. While you're taking a look at it, you'll put your answers. We will have a Chrome card book in here, and you'll put your answers into Schoology. Okay? So the Schoology is the electronic version, so we'll just kind of get used to it, but that'll probably be Monday next week. So today, all you have to work on is that take-home test. You have the rest of the period to work on it, so it doesn't mean you're wandering around the room doing nothing. Tomorrow is the normal test. And then Friday, we have new content. So what's due tomorrow? Take-home test. What would I give you tomorrow to do? You won't probably eat tests, so you're not going to have homework tomorrow. Everyone good? Happy? Yeah.
Test.
Go back a slide? Sure.
I thought it was Thursday. Or this one.
That's due tomorrow, and then the take-home test will be on Thursday.
Wait, what's he do on Thursday?
That's tomorrow.
This tomorrow.
That, okay.
Dang!
That's what you want? Yeah. On the test?
Yeah.
Which one? That's what we've been doing. So like number 4, get rid of the fractions before you do the problem.